Hello, hello. How is everybody doing? Let's see what's going on. It says here how paganism, all capital letters, became the fastest growing religion among women in the UK. Why women? Let's see. Paganism, the umbrella term referring to traditional Celtic religion, is one of the fastest growing religions in the UK. Cinnamon, basil, cloves, and bay leaf. No, it's the ingredients of an autumnal autumnal dish that, but what you need to join one of the many witches covens popping up in the UK. No, it's the ingredients of. No, it's not their ingredients of an autumnal dish, but what you need to join one. All right, nice try, but you failed. I couldn't say the word, and you couldn't write properly. Paganism, the umbrella term referring to blah, blah, blah. Every week, thousands of people, primarily women, but most of them have vaginas, are meeting up in covens and casting spells. Are they really casting spells, or they're LARPing? They're just like LARPers go out there and they play, with their plastic swords and stuff. Women do that too. For some, it's for sisterhood. If you're boring and lame and you can't make friends with women as a woman, and then this is for you, I guess, you loser. While others use meetups to cast spells and right wrongs in the world. Of course, they would do something that would make them feel better, but not actually change the world, and then call themselves the healers of the world, or some nonsense that makes their ego inflate. Of course they would. Makes perfect sense. Anyways, according to the 2021 census, 74,000 people in the UK referred to themselves as pagans. A lot of booty to be had in paganism. I'm just saying they're giving up some sloppy toppy or something. Pagans, somebody's running through them. Probably got some sister wives situation going on. A further 13% people listed their religion as Wicca. Like the baskets, signs you're a natural born witch. You can't do magic, you're not interesting, and you need friends. Paganism, the umbrella term. Okay. She showing off her tattoos. I don't know. Stormwater is excellent for powerful spells. You mean normal water just got blown around by the storm? That figure may well be underreported too. Preeminent scholar of British paganism. It's a whole scholar of this new thing popping up. Because it's definitely not like the old paganism. Professor Ronald Hutton investigated in the 1990s. He came up with 110,000 according to The Guardian. Well, he had to come up with some number if he spent all that time researching shit that people don't care about. Most of the pagans with whom I've kept in touch do not enter themselves on the census, he says. Just the specific ones you kept in touch with? And it's not just in the UK. Globally, witch talk has racked up millions of views on TikTok. Just because people watching something that they think is entertaining doesn't mean they believe in it. With groups meeting up in the US, Australia, and beyond to cast spells on Putin and Trump. Well, they're both bald and they're world leaders. So I think they're doing very well. Number one thing you need for success, baldness. Also being short. Just anything that makes you insecure pretty much propels you towards gaining power. Meanwhile, in publishing witch fiction, is dominating various bestseller lists, including Her Majesty's Royal Coven by Juno Dawson, and Now She's a Witch by Kirsty Logan. Yeah, well, you know, women like that supernatural romance fiction type shit, where either they're powerful, where they're witches, or and just a bunch of women casting spells, or it's the like werewolf or vampire nonsense. Like, and most readers are female anyway, so it makes sense why it would be popular. US-based Frankie Ann Castagna, who refers to herself as a chaotic witch aunt. Okay, on Instagram and TikTok, where she has more than 1.4 million followers, previously told the Daily Mail, witches are just normal people. No shit. What? What? Police officers are actually just guys and girls in fucking uniform. POV, you dream about joining a witch coven. Wow. Wow. This is it, huh? You just dress in all black and you pose for pictures. She got nothing going on in her life. Or she just trying to escape from her reality, which sucks. Crystals. Oh no. So I love to incorporate it into my rituals. Crystals, candles, dropping some kind of liquid in something. God. Is that the same chick? Yep, same chick. Of course she would look like this. A releasing ritual or something. Or something. You don't even know. Wow. Alexa's on a shoestring protection spell. Alexa's? Is this Alexa? Or are they talking about Alexa, the digital thing? 1 part black pepper. Got black pepper all over the place. 1 part rosemary. Put that shit on some chicken. 3 parts table salt. There, you're cooking now. 1 part basil. All right. Sounds delicious. In a bowl mixed with dry herbs, salt together, envision your home and those who live within it being protected from harm, and then spread that concoction on some chicken and fry it up. Visualize your home being surrounded by a giant bubble. You can tell the herbal blend what you like it to do. What is it protecting from? Because people can still harm you and random shit can still happen. So what is it protecting you from? You don't have to speak aloud if you don't want to. I guess for those of you who are shy about the magic, you don't have to speak aloud. The most important thing is your intention. This blend can be used in spell jars, placed in sachets, and hung around the house. Is that really a word? I don't know. I've never seen sachets. Hatchets, sachet. All right, I guess. Near doors and windows, sprinkle under doormat. Come on now. Don't be putting herbs and spices under the doormat. You're just attracting ants. Or added to water used for washing floors and windows. You will flavor your water. Hey, if it gets you to clean, go for it. If you have hard floors, you can sprinkle the herb blend on the floor and imagine the salt absorbing any negative energies. Okay. Sweep up the herb blend and dispose of it in your outside bin. Yeah, you better clean that shit up. Sprinkle it all over the place in random places, hide it under this, and then clean that shit up. For a quick candle spell, you can take a small white candle and rub a little bit of oil onto it. A quick candle spell. For those Witches on the go, I guess. Roll the candle in a herb blend and in a fireproof container, burn the candle, envision it protecting you, your home, and family. You can write your intention on a small piece of paper or a bay leaf and burn it in the candle flame if you wish. We don't look different. We don't dress differently. We have normal jobs and we go to the supermarket. I would expect so, because you're all boring and you're trying to spice up your life with this nonsense. It could be that we wake up in the morning and do a banishing ritual to clear away negative energy from yourself, because you bring in all that negative energy in your life and that's why you're a loser. Or wear the pentagram, a symbol of faith. Is it a symbol of faith? Or cast spells as we cook. Well, you are using the spices, I guess. But other than that, witches are just like everyone else. Anyone can practice witchcraft. The only things you need are a willingness to learn and to make mistakes. Sometimes you accidentally cast a spell and then nothing happens. Just gather some tools and start researching spells. The basic tool is the witch's wand for casting spells and directing energy. Just pick up a random stick then. Frankie's first one was a stick, which was rolled in herbs, a spicy stick, and consecrated by burning. Roasted, it's a well-cooked stick. I mean, that sounds like a delicious steak. You put some spices on it and you cook it. Wands often include crystals, which have individual meanings in witchcraft. You'll also need a simple altar to work from. It can be anywhere that feels sacred to you. In Frankie's case, an ordinary desk. Simple is also best when it comes to spells, says Frankie, with things like protection of the home being a good place to start, because be warned, spells can and do go awry. And then what? Early on, a love spell to strengthen the relationship results in Frankie's then boyfriend becoming obsessive. Suffice to say, he was not happy when Frankie ended the relationship. Was he being obsessive, or were you just doing weird shit and he thought maybe you were cheating and he had complaints about all the fucking spices all over the floor? Was that obsession? What was the obsession entail? Binding rituals of Putin this Tuesday. Why? Why? Just why? Some covens have done binding spells against Putin and Trump. And what have it done? What have it accomplished? Huh. Maybe a weight loss spell? The coven is now live and we are welcoming members into our private group. Okay. How do they sign up? Growth of paganism in the UK. Paganism, which also a popular religion in England and Wales in 2011, has also seen a rise in its followers from because of the internet, pretty much. The religion has seen the largest increase in followers in the southwest of England, perhaps unsurprisingly, given the region is home to pagan monument. Stonehenge rising, blah, blah, blah. But Judaism, whose followers celebrate the summer and winter solstices at the prehistory site, has seen a marked decline in followers in the decades since. Yeah, it's not as spicy enough. All right, you ain't trying to watch the weather and shit. Communicate with the animals. We're trying to cast spells on world leaders. There are more than double the number of heathens in England and Wales at 4,721. Okay. I mean, I'm sure there's a bunch of atheists too. Don't they count as heathens? And Wicca, a pagan witchcraft tradition, has seen a moderate increase in followers from blah, blah, blah. Wicca has seen a slight fall in numbers in followers in London and Southeast. The number of people who say their religion is mysticism, a fallen across the country, has fallen across the country. Missing a word there. By nearly 30%. All right. From 204 Across the country, there was only 204. No wonder they declined. Animism, the belief that all natural beings and objects, from mice to mountains, possess a spiritual essence, saw a moderate growth in followers from 541 to 802. Moderate? God damn, give that to the mysticism. They wouldn't think that's moderate. The growth in this religion was most notable in Yorkshire and the Humber and East and West Midlands. Humber. Is that like a combination of lumber and honey or something? I don't know. Where its followers approximately doubled. And Vodun, a West African religion, also known as voodoo. Oh, it's called Vodun. Okay. I thought it was voodoo. Saw a slight rise in to 247. They went all the way up to 247. Damn. But this rise in interest was almost exclusively in London. A lot of voodoo in London. Great place for voodoo, I hear. Frankie has also fallen foul of the rule that curses should never be cast in your own home. Because that's why they go out in the woods to curse world leaders. I didn't protect my space before casting a painful curse, so there was an active curse on my family home for the next 4 years. Or maybe your family is sick of your shit and your negative energy. Everything that could go wrong did. My dad lost his job. My sister broke up with her boyfriend. Oh no. Maybe he became obsessive as well. And your dad lost his job. Jobs go away sometimes, or he wasn't working. I went through a bad time. I bet. But we now have rules, Frankie added, as with a grin. No hexing in the house. I bet you're still going through bad times. And witch talk will always be there to help the beginner. It's going to keep on growing, says Frankie emphatically. I can already see a whole new wave of creators coming to the fore. Who knows? Witches might even go mainstream. Covens are popping up across the UK. Mama Moon HQ in East London sees people attend from as young as teenagers to those in their 80s. POV, you're the only witch in a small UK town. Those cankles, boy. I guess she forgot about the Flash. She's not even in frame. You see her whole mattress. She didn't even cover that up. Got naked mattresses out here. To attend, you need to bring cinnamon, dried basil. I'm not raiding a pantry just to go see these people. And a dish to burn some paper in. Owner and self-identified eclectic witch Semra Haksheva told Ellie magazine. All right, what's the transition spells? We can get some trans behind your movement. You probably go far. Sales of tarot decks, according to their manufacturers, have skyrocketed in the past year. Some people have even become collector's items. TV and media has seen a huge increase in witch content in recent years too. Both Wednesday and the rest of the Addams Family, blah, 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 have been huge hits on Netflix, while Bette Midler and Sarah Jessica Parker's Hocus Pocus reboot also a box office hit. Cash Savvy Witch says she has been flooded with requests from strangers on how to perform witchcraft on a budget amid the cost of living crisis. Well, cast a spell to make more money. A thrifty witch has revealed that the magical world hasn't gone untouched by the cost of living crisis. Alexa Thompson, 32, from John O'Croats in the Scottish Highlands, has been practicing witchcraft over 23 years after picking up her pagan habits from her father and grandfather. Okay. With the price of everyday essentials skyrocketing, the self-proclaimed witch has revealed she has to resort to using saucepans, oh, the humanity, as cauldrons and birthday candles for casting spells. Boasting more than 57,000 followers on Instagram, Alexa says she's seen a huge surge in requests for how to practice witchcraft. And a short, oh my God. Was that the same chick from the other pictures? She is pale. You need to stay away from the sun, ma'am. Advising other potential witches how to get involved at home and social media, Star said the supermarket pots of Italian herbs are a great starting point for spells. She said, I always say Italian herbs is a really effective blend, especially for money spells. Makes sense. It's got oregano, bay leaves, and basil. All of those are great for money and abundance. I posted a spell on Instagram for Ukraine so everyone could do it too. You just need a pen, paper, tabletop, tea light, salt, and black pepper. Does Ukraine have more money now? Protect my home and family from all harm, seen and unseen. God damn, there's a lot of herbs on that candle. Start a fire doing shit like that. Wannabe witches are using cut price saucepan as cauldrons and pen and birthday candles for spell casting, such as for this protection. Wow. If anybody's dating one of these women and they say they don't cook and they're using up all these spices, you'd be mad as fuck, man. They might label you as obsessive because of a spell gone wrong. In a lot of witchcraft circles, salt is seen as protective as it has cleansing properties. Bay leaves are considered to grant wishes. Alexa explained spell casting is less about the items. Oh, who's Alexa? Is this one Alexa? Is the other one? Like, who's Frankie? Less about the items you're using and more about the intent behind them. She added, a really easy one is to write your wish on a bay leaf and then burn this with a tea candle. You can pick up a cast iron frying pan for £5 in B&M, and that's what I cast spells in. Yep. No pigment. We all love cauldrons, but they're really expensive, whereas a skillet still does the job. It's much more affordable. Addressing some of the misconceptions of witchcraft, Alexa continued, witchcraft enhances your life. It's not meant to be your whole life. Okay? It's not your whole life. Originally, with witchcraft, people had to make do with what they had. It's amazing how little you need just to get started. While no one else in her family identifies as a witch, Alexa says she is a hereditary witch because of the respect for the natural world instilled in her since childhood. So she just put the title on these people, and none of them are Russian troops withdraw from Ukraine. God damn, these witches are political. All right. What is that? What's that other thing? Oh, she burned some paper or something? A leaf? These all seem like fire hazards. She said, my dad taught me the importance of not stepping on bugs. He's in tune with the area we live in. Or he just don't like bugs dying. I don't know what that has to do with spells and shit. Similarly, my grandfather taught me country wisdom, and witchcraft and paganism followed on from there for me. So he taught you country wisdom, and then you were like, oh, I'll just do witchcraft. How does that connect? That's not a family tradition, lady. You're just crazy. Wicca, a modern pagan religion, didn't suit me. Okay. Then about 10 years ago, I stumbled across some books on traditional British witchcraft, which is slightly different. That was where I found my tribe. A lot of cleavage out here. Is that part of the spell? All right. If you took local myths and legends and mixed them all together, you'd come up with traditional witchcraft, the kind of witching you read about in Hansel and Gretel, but without eating children. We don't do that. Well, I mean, if someone busted nuts in your mouth, you might. Ahead of Halloween, Alexa said that pumpkin spice also has essential protection properties. Okay, is that why those pumpkin spice lattes are so popular? She continued, pumpkin spice protects you from evil spirits cloves and cinnamon are both used to defend against spirits. It's good for warding off evil and protection. You can also pick up lots of good things in charity shops. I found my slate placement for $1.50. I don't know what slate. It stops me accidentally setting a fire when lighting my spells, but also great for drawing wood. I knew it was fires. Instead of using crystal, I like to use pebble or stone that calls to me. Alexa also advised using birthday candles instead of expensive alternatives. Birthday candles come in lots of different colors. If you need a certain color candle for a spell, birthday candles work well, though they do burn a bit quicker. What in the fuck? A lot of studs on that jacket. The witch has also all right, that's the end of it. I'm not reading any more about this woman. Alexa said clear mind and mindfulness. I don't care what Alexa has to say. Anyways, that was interesting. Until next time.